Rumors of a 5-inch Retina display iOS device begin to surface. Our full review of Apple's new iPad is live. And speaking of Retina display, how are things working there for you? All this and more coming up right now. Hello everyone, I'm Jaime with PocketNow.com and welcome to the PocketNow iReview, the show we go through all this week's cool and the not so cool inside the world of Apple's iOS devices. Let's start this week off with the cool. Let's start this week off differently, going through our coverage. First of all, make sure you catch Brandon's full review of Apple's new iPad, which ended up landing 5 stars out of 5. There's a lot of really great video content on the reasons why this device landed this rating. Now, for you and I that know Brandon, it's kind of tough to get this guy to give any device 5 stars out of 5, so hit the link in the description to see why. And well, second, make sure you catch our video comparison of the 3rd generation iPad, last year's iPad 2, and even the 1st generation iPad. If you're debating whether to upgrade or not, or whether which device to buy, either from eBay, the 1st generation iPad, or iPad 2 or the new iPad, watch the video to help you make up your mind. And finally, make sure you catch Michael Fisher's recent round of editorials going through Apple's new iPad. One of them even talks about why a lot of technologies that surround the new iPad aren't really ready for the Retina display graphics. Make sure you hit the link in the description. There's a lot of discussion going on in that editorial, so leave your comment with us and tell us what you think about Michael's editorial. And speaking of iPads, IGN recently benchmarked the new iPad and even the iPad 2 in comparison to the Asus Transformer Prime with its beautiful quad-core Tegra 3 processor, and they even threw in the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 in that mix. Not sure what they did that, but the results were literally incredible because, well, even the iPad 2 beat the Tegra 3 processor and the Asus Transformer Prime. Now, a lot of us believe that this has to do with the way that Apple has optimized iOS to work with their A5 and A5X processors in comparison to the way that things work in Android, because obviously Asus has their things to do, and then Android 4.0 is built by somebody else. There's no real full control over the whole experience, so I feel like it probably have to do with some software tweaking, but so far, hey, Apple was kind of right. Probably not as right as they mentioned in the keynote, but yes, the iPad 2 and the new iPad are faster than the Tegra 3, at least in graphics. Now do me a favor, don't hold your breath on this one, but it seems that new rumors have Apple working on a phablet. Repeat after me. Phablet, if there's even a word for 5-inch tablets, but that's right, rumors have it that Apple's working on one, and hey, when the 1st generation iPad was launched, Apple had a lot of prototypes before they decided on their final model, so it could be the case that they're trying out a 5-inch Retina display to see where it goes. The biggest question is, will this be a tablet only, so it wouldn't be a phablet, or would it also be a smartphone? That would be kind of interesting, though we really don't see Apple going in that direction. Heck, they haven't even wanted to leave their 3.5-inch display for the original 1st generation iPhone, so we'll see. Now moving on to jailbreak land, it seems that the Apple TV just got a jailbreak recently, and you know, it's only a matter of time before, once iOS device gets jailbroken, the rest of them start falling like flies. But sadly, Patu-G came on record to state that they're still weeks away from getting these jailbreaks out to the new iPad and also iOS 5.1, so weeks also equals 2 weeks and 3 weeks, so let's hope you don't take that long. Now before we get to the not so cool section, get this. Apple is just displaying why their new iPad doesn't fully charge to 100% all the time, even though you're still getting an 100% battery indicator on your device. According to them, you have to wait a little longer before you unjack your device from the plug, which is kind of weird, but still, I can't get over the fact that my device takes 7 hours to charge. That's pretty much insane. It's kind of interesting that nobody has come up with a new sort of 20-watt charger that works with the iPad or something like that, or even Apple. Apple should even be giving those away for free, probably 30 watts or something. I don't care, but they need to figure that out. But it seems that people are still getting even 13.5 hours of use on LTE variants of the new iPad whenever they turn off LTE, so not everything's bad. That's the only reason why this is still in the cool section. Okay, so that does it for the cool. Let's continue on with the not so cool. And first of all, Antennagate. It seems that you've already won your 15 bucks that we talked about weeks ago. All you have to do is visit the website for you to get your money, 15 bucks. You could probably even get a case at the Apple Store. Not sure what they plan to do with that, but if you ordered your device before February 2011 of last year, well, you could just go pick up your $15, which is pretty much the same you could pay for a meal. And then aside from that, well, Australians are complaining because Apple's recent publicity says that you get 4G LTE on the iPad, but obviously they don't get that in their country. So it seems that they just filed a couple of lawsuits and Apple is offering them a refund. What Apple doesn't understand is that people went to buy a tablet with 4G LTE. If they wanted the money, they wouldn't have gone to go pay for it. But they went to pay for it because they wanted that. So stop advertising something you can't give. That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jaime Rivera. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.